Dave, congratulations. That's Bolton's county's first league double over Bolton Wanderers since the early 1900s. Not even Steve Bellis was around for that one. That feels like a huge 3 points for your side, doesn't it?
Boring bit of me says it just feels like 3 points. I said to the players, I'll be really open and honest around where we're at. If we'd not won the game, that game wouldn't have been season defining. If we were to make that game season defining, that'll be judged on what we do in the next 9. So I hope it is, but only time will tell as to whether that's the case. What we've done is come to a really difficult place and ground out a victory, which, especially before everyone else play, give us the luxury of a little bit more rest and recovery, and we'll see what happens in other results that are outside of our control.
The game, almost like you predicted pre-match, really played out almost like a chess match at times. Bolton started with a 4, went to a 3, back to a 4. You changed your shape a lot as well, obviously made those changes at half-time. How did you view the game tactically?
Yeah, tactically it was, because when we got their team, Thomason's not played much as a left-sided centre-back. I'd put him down on the wall on our board in terms of that what it might look like, but we thought there might be a diamond. But then Osai Tutu is ultimately a right-footed winger that's playing as a left-back for them, so whether that would be the case. So there was things that we'd planned for which we didn't deal with well enough in the first half. They were causing us a problem with Randall and Morley sort of splitting wide and allowing McAtee to drop, or Aaron Collins to drop into those pockets, and we were vacating the middle of the pitch, and we're big around protecting the middle and making teams play round us. I didn't think we did that well enough, hence changing the shape at half time and making the subs that we did. And the game did become a tactical battle. I suppose the way of controlling a tactical battle is by making sure you have more of the ball than them, and we probably gave the ball away too much in the first half. We had some good spells where we had real control, but then other spells where I felt we turned it over too quickly and had to defend too much. Certainly that's what it felt like. Second half, not too dissimilar. We roll the dice with making obviously the change at our time and then making the changes early-ish in the second half, leaving ourselves with nowhere to go. I suppose at that point, although you don't want to admit it, you're trying to win the game and accepting that if you get yourself in front, then the last 10 minutes might be pretty hairy, and that proved to be the case. But in my eyes, speaking as a defender, they're the bits that last bit where you banked in as a 5-4-1 or a 5-5, I don't really care, and you're getting bodies behind the ball and you're stopping the ball, trying to stop the ball forward, and you're defending deep and you're close to your mates and asking him to defend 1v1, and you do everything to keep your ball out your net. They're the enjoyable bits. They're the bits or the bits you have to do when you're really, really tired. That ultimately, if you want to reflect on things at the end of the season, they're the bits that will have got you to an area or a place that you want to sit, and hopefully that'll prove to be the case.
It was a game of fine margins. It's decided by a moment of quality from Tanto, who, in fairness, has been threatening that all game long, cutting in from the left-hand side.
Yeah, a typical, I suppose, Tanto goal in transition. A bit scruffy over on that far side, and all of a sudden the ball breaks and he's in open space and travelling towards the goal. I think he shows real composure to come back onto his right foot, and it's a brilliant finish. So a goal worthy of like I said, winning the game. It's hard when you're in the emotion of it, because sometimes I'll look and think, how much control did we have? Was our game plan right? How could we change it? You'll always, I suppose, look back on things. It felt like a tight game. It felt like a tight game that was decided on a moment. We had some of them moments last week that we didn't take, and I said that I was disappointed with our performance just around being a little bit safe. When I watched the Charlton game back, we had some big chances, and I suppose then when the keeper makes a save from Woods' chance, and obviously Benno misses his chance in the first half, they're the ones that are key. They're the bits that are crucial. Thankfully we've had a third opportunity and we've taken it.
You must be delighted with that clean sheet as well. I know hairy, as you say, in the last 15 minutes, but over the 90 minutes Corey Dyes had very little to do today.
Yeah, we've our emergency defending has been really good in terms of blocks and putting our body on the line. I would like us to defend better in areas where we've maybe got done one against one and got done with a few 1-2s. But in fairness, that's what you ask players to do. You're next to your mate, and if he can't defend a certain moment, then make sure you're there to help him out, and they've done that really, really well. I'm sure we talk about the stuff people don't see, and I'm sure there'll be loads of that in that last 10 minutes of the game that allowed us to see it through and take which a valuable 3 points.
Everyone's talked about this block of 3 games that you had. 4 points is obviously a great start. You go to Wrexham next week. It is an international weekend. Do you have an idea of who will be available, who won't be?
Everyone will be available apart from Benno. So Brad's spoken again. He was in the potential England 20 squad, but we've spoke with him, spoke with Norwich, spoke with England, and he wants to stay here with us, which is great. Ben will go away with Iceland 21s. Ibby likewise has chosen not to go away on international duty, which is huge credit to them and testament to them around. They see the importance of what we're doing and how hard we work. It's a great honour to represent your country, and maybe a little bit different in the fact that some of these games, I suppose, aren't qualifiers and aren't as significant, but nevertheless made a really selfless decision to stay here and I suppose help the cause and play in a big game next week at Wrexham.
Short journey home once you get down from the top of this stand. As you say, there's some big games elsewhere in League One today. You're going to have one eye on them for the rest of the day?
Yeah, I'll have one eye. I'm driving down to London to watch the cup final tomorrow, so I'll have one eye. It's great when, I've said this previously, when you can do your work first and I suppose get the points on the board to be able to then agonise over what happens with the results, but they're out of our control. So listen, what will be will be. We've got a tough 9 games to go. We've ticked off one today, and our sole focus will be about recovering and making sure we're good to go next weekend.
Appreciate your time, Dave. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.